test, review test. Not an assignment, just for you to go through. So the first part is naming the triangle that fits the description. We won't know it exactly for sure, but you can take the best guess at it. Isosceles is two sides the same. So in this picture, there's three triangles. There's this one, and then the entire one. So the isosceles would be triangle DBC. Now, since they're triangles, put the triangle symbol in front. Because in geometry, if you just put three letters, that represents a plane. So that's why when we're talking a triangle, you got to name it a triangle. Now this one does have another possible answer. Isosceles is at least two sides the same. So technically, this triangle could be isosceles too, because it's got three sides the same. But the best description would be that one. Acute, remember what acute means?
Less than 90.
All angles less than 90. So, of these three, ABD is the only one where they'd be all less than 90.
How about DAB?
Yep, doesn't matter what order you put them in.
Yeah. Nice one, dude. Nice.
Equilateral. Equal sides, lateral means sides. That's also ABD or DAB.
Oh, they don't want the dab.
The right triangle.
Is there one?
Yes, ABC.
Yep, it would be that one. Looks like it could be a right triangle. So triangle ADC. Scalene means all the sides are different.
ABC.
Same one, yep, that's shortest, that's the next longest, that's the longest. Triangle ADC. And then an obtuse, right there. This angle right there looks like it's greater than 90, which is obtuse. So DBC. Okay, then we get to the part where it's like most of the assignments in this chapter. State whether they can be proven congruent by this, or that. Or it could be no. None of them. So in 7, it's got a shared side. So all three sides are congruent. Side, side, side. Number 8. A lot of times people get this confused with these marks meaning they're equal. That doesn't mean they're equal.
It means they're parallel.
It means they're parallel. So parallel shows you alternate interior almost every time on these. So since this is parallel to that, that means this angle equals that because they're alternate interior. And since these two are congruent, that means this angle is congruent to that one because they're alternate interior. And it's a shared side. So it'd be ASA, ASA.
Jesus.
This one is almost identical to this. It's got the parallel lines. They've already got marked right here that this equals that because they're alternate interior. Also, these are equal, and it's got a shared side. So, ASA works, angle, side, angle. But also, angle, angle, side works. You don't need to list them both. You just need one. But this one does have two you could choose from. And remember, angle, angle, side, you could write as side, angle, angle. It means the same thing. Number 10? No. We only know two things. It's two sides, two sides. You need to know three. 11. HL. It's got a shared side. The hypotenuses are equal, and this leg is equal. Anytime you see a 90 in there, you should check HL. Here it's a 90, but we'd only know this set of sides. So we only know two things. So that one's no.
Oh, we changed this.
Oh my.
Shared side, so that'd be side, angle, side, side, angle, side. Right triangle, so check HL. The hypotenuses are equal, and this leg is equal, so HL works. 15, just like the first one, it's a shared side there, SSS. 16, since this is 90, so is that, but HL doesn't work because we don't know the hypotenuses. Now everyone remember how to spot the hypotenuses?
Yep, that's the opposite.
Opposite the 90.
That's the
The two legs form the 90, and then the third side is the hypotenuse. But it does have a shared side, so this would be side, angle, side, side, angle, side. 17 has a shared side, so that's SSS. 18 has more than one reason. First of all, vertical angles are congruent. That's a parallel sign there, it's not a congruent. So alternate interior are the same. So this one would equal that one, alternate interior, and this one would equal that one. So you could use angle, side, angle, angle, side, angle. What else would work? Angle, angle, side. Angle, angle, side, angle, angle, side. Or remember, it could be side, angle, angle. Okay, find the value of x. What did I got to add up to?
180.
So, this plus that is 180. So you can just combine the like terms right away. A 5x and a 2x and a 3x is 10x's. And then you still have plus 5 equals 180. So we just got to subtract 5, divide by 10, and you get 17.5.
Yeah, can I take the word?
20, it's been a while since we've seen this, but any exterior angle always equals the other two interior angles added together. 25 and 90 is 115.
When did we learn that? When you were paying attention?
Now, if you forgot that, you could figure it out this way. The triangle has to add up to 180. So you could subtract 90 and subtract 25 and you get 65. And then together, these got to add up to 180, so you just subtract that off.
So what is that, 50?
115, yeah. Okay? Are these the, no, they're not the same. Almost the same. So these got to add up to 180. So again, the shortcut is just combine the like terms. 5x, 2x, and 3x is 10x's. A positive 5 and a negative 15 is a negative 10. That has to add up to 180. So you just solve it. Add 10. And divide by 10. $22 is the same type. These got to add up to 180. They're all like terms. 3x and 2x and 1x makes 6x's. Has to equal 180 degrees.
30.
And you get 30, right.
What is 21? 14?
19. 190 divided by 10.
I don't think we should test that.
Now, 23 is similar to 20, but on 23 you do need to know the rule in order to solve it, because we don't know what that is. So here, the exterior angle, 2x plus 10, is going to equal
X plus 2.
these two added together, x plus 50. So then you solve it, get the x's together. If I move this x over, I subtract it. And you just get x. Move this over here, it's a plus, so you minus 10. And you get 40. X is 40. 24, the three angles gotta add up to 180. So 2x plus 3x, which is 5x. Don't forget that one, right? Plus 90 has to equal 180.
Would you just do 5x equals 90?
Yep, you could do that. So when you subtract 90, it just ends up being 5x equals 90, which is true. If this is 90, the other two got to add up to the rest of the 90, or the rest of the 180, which is 90. Divide by 5, and that is 18. Now, these two a lot of times get people. How are these two different than the previous 6 we did?
These are on the outside.
These are sides. They're not angles. So if you don't pay attention, it's easy to get caught in this where they all add up to 180, but the sides don't add up to 180. Another thing that confuses people is there's extra information in here you don't need. What kind of triangle is this? Isosceles and acute. But remember, if it's isosceles, if these two angles are the same, these two sides are the same, which means you don't even need that. That's just thrown in there to mess you up. So, since these two sides are the same, we know that 4x plus 10 has to equal 5x minus 25. The sides are equal to each other. That makes sense? So, get the x's together. If I move this 4x outer, I got to subtract 4x. These are all easy to solve. Just gives us an x, so get this one out of there. It's a minus, so you add 25, and you get 35. (26) is the same type. It is. This is the extra information you don't need. Since these two angles are equal, these two sides are equal, which means 3x minus 30 has to equal 2x plus 30. So, if I move this 2x over, I got to subtract it, and you just get x. So then move this one over to that side, it's a minus, so you add it, and you get 60. Okay, then we have a couple proofs. They have the statements in there for you, so you just got to fill in the reasons. A is congruent to DC, or AB, I mean, is congruent to DC. That's a given. This is also a given. So, AB and DC are also parallel. So why do we know then that angle BAC is congruent to DCA? Alternate interior angles are congruent. And then AC equals AC? Reflexive or shared side. And there we got our three things. So looking at the picture, it is SAS. The reason why they're congruent is SAS. So here, there we got to fill in everything. Remember, start with the givens. Angle ABC is congruent to angle ABD, given. Angle ACB congruent to angle ADB, given. So ABC is this angle, ABD is this one, ACB is this one, and ADB is this one. So we know two things. What's the third thing you know?
Reflexive.
Shared side. AB is congruent to AB. So, what makes them congruent? Side angle, angle.
For the statement, what was that?
AB is congruent to AB. So, we put our proof statement in last. Triangle ACB is congruent to triangle ADB because of angle, angle, side. Or side, angle, angle. The,
You don't have to do it.
no, the last two, we didn't do coordinate proofs, so
Yay.
the last two won't be on there.